This is going to be a car crash.
What?
She's gone live. She's gone live. So watch what you say.
Okay, do you know what I'm going to do then? Susan, this is just for you. I'm going to show you every single postcard that I bought today.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's going to be boring.
She's just tricking them back. Oh God.
Oh dear.
Oh, just put all of them ones.
No, I'm not looking.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow and go, what the hell?
Oh dear.
Hi, I've had a nice evening. Have you had a nice evening?
No.
No? Oh, no, wait, you're Susan. You never have a nice evening.
Not when it's this warm.
No.
God, misery.
Hello, everyone, by the way.
She's fucking misery, isn't she?
No, I'm not. I just don't like the heat.
Oh, I just don't like breathing and living.
I do like breathing and living, but not in this weather.
Not in this existence. I wish I lived in the 1800s where things were cooler. And people understood me a bit better.
No.
Well, I would have just been called a witch and hung.
I don't want to be understood. I'm happy as I am.
No one. I don't think there's any period in time where anyone would have understood
What
you.
the fuck's that? Is that got carbs in?
I thought it was like an animal jawbone for a second till she ate it, and then I was thinking that can't be an animal.
It probably is.
Oh, it's like a
Is
burger.
it a burger in a wrap?
Wow.
Did
I
you
mean,
make
a barbecue, isn't it? I've been to a barbecue and then Alana was like, you need to take the leftovers. So I've come home with 4 cakes. I don't know how that's leftovers from a barbecue. But Mum will be happy because she likes cake.
Yeah. Cake is good.
There's 4 cakes for you, Mum.
Oh, how sweet.
See, I told you Mummy would be happy with cake. Cake.
Oh, that's so hot.
It is very warm, isn't it? That's the thing about this house is that it can get cold.
Yeah.
And it can get hot.
Okay.
I know. It's very scientific. No, it's because we're like high and on a corner.
Like the thing about your body is it can get cold and it can get hot.
Mum's just taken like 2 cakes.
Well, that sounds about right. That's hot.
Yes. She's like, yes, that's yeah, absolutely.
I just take all 4. I just take all 4.
Yeah, she could have took 4. So,
Yeah, no, that's very true. She could have taken 4. Yeah. Oh, she's coming back. Okay. No, do you want to see a little? I haven't uploaded. I vlogged today, but I obviously haven't uploaded it because I've been at a barbecue and been drunk. But I can show you a thing that I bought today that's a bit.
Ooh, tasty.
So I bought some wallpaper.
Oh.
I bought 10 rolls of wallpaper.
10.
Laura
Ashley. I knew it was going to be Laura Ashley.
This one, 7 rolls of it, sold for £231.
Wow.
And I've got 9 rolls of it. That's good, isn't it?
That's very nice.
I thought you said 10.
I've got 9 rolls of that, and then 1 rolls of one which is called Thistle, which is really cute. Hang on, let me find it.
It's in all the other one.
Yeah, there was like one roll of this one, but I quite like this one. It's quite cute.
Oh yeah.
How much still that cost you then?
£2. So it was 20. It was 20 quid for 10 rolls. So it
That's
was
really
9
good.
rolls of that one, and then like one of these. But yeah, that's a cute one, isn't it? Cute. So I done all right. Done all right. And all of the postcards, many postcards,
Very good.
many,
I don't need to see them again.
and some Legos.
Legos with an egg.
No, do you know what? I don't like it. I'm sorry, Americans or any other foreigners out there that say when they bought Legos.
Yeah, that was another one on my banish bin reject list. The S on the end of Lego.
Yeah, like Lego is already plural.
It's a plural. Yeah.
It's Lego.
All of the Lego.
All of
the
the
Lego.
Yeah.
You don't have one Lego and then many Legos. It's Lego.
Yeah.
But I mean, I bought it for £3, and whether it's not worth much, but it's worth it just for the fun sometimes, isn't it? Because Lego is just fun.
And going out to charity shops and buying stuff is fun, isn't it?
It's part of the job, and it's part of the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Martin says you're pulling my Lego.
I'll pull all of your Lego.
Yeah.
Not Legos. No, but it is part of the fun, and that's why this job is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. I love going to auction houses and looking at all the crap.
See, that's one thing that I haven't gotten into yet, and it's not because I don't want to. Like, I really want to go to auction houses and stuff, but there's I don't know, just that tiny bit of fear about it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, the first time I went, I was terrified that I would be like bidding like many thousands for things just by blinking, but it's not like that really.
Yeah, exactly. You just go like, and then you apparently.
Well, anyway, I
just
bid online now anyway. So, but when I first started to go in, you bid in person. But
I do really, really want to go. I really
they know when you actually mean a bid. They know.
Yeah.
It's good going to the viewings just to see like all the stuff, all the stuff that I would never buy, but it's still really nice to see it,
But I think that's also the problem, is that I'll see it and go, I want all of it.
You'd probably want to buy lots of it, yeah.
Yeah, and I do get terribly jealous. Like, don't get me wrong, when other say like Heather the other week, she had like some really nice bits of jewelry and stuff, and obviously I'm like, oh, Heather, nice one. Like, I'm so glad you found that. Like, that's like, that's obviously super cool. But I do get really jealous. And I know it's not like in a like, oh yeah, because I totally would have been in that shop, instead of Heather, and I would have gotten there first. I would have been in a random shop in Kent. Obviously. Yeah. But I just have this thing of like, I want all of the pretties to be mine. Like, I want all of them. Like, I want to touch them and just stroke them just for a little bit and pretend. And I know it's really sad, isn't it? It's really
you can't
sad.
have it all.
You can't have it all, apparently.
But she still wants to.
But it's not like I don't wish for other people to. I wish for deserving people to have them. I don't like it when people that. No, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. I like it when people that like it find cool things. So I like it, say, like when Heather finds a cool thing, or like when Andrea finds a cool thing. I'm like, oh,
because they love it like you love it. Yeah,
exactly. So they appreciate it. So I'm glad when they find a cool thing. You're like, oh, nice one. Slightly jealous, but yeah, nice one.
Just
That's
say
good.
hi to people in the chat. Antoinette, Laura, Ashley, and anyone else. Well, I can see that Antoinette said hello to me, so I'm just going to say hello back.
Yeah, no, it is 10 minutes in and I haven't said hello to anyone, which is kind of sad.
You're a crap.
Still going like that.
You're such an unprofessional YouTuber.
Hi, Sean.
You
Chris,
see
Gemma,
Lane? Oh, sorry.
Laura, Martin, Ashley, Mandy, Antoinette, PvP, and I think we're at the bottom.
You won't have seen Laney's cherry bowl. Don't show that. That's secret.
Secret.
You won't have seen Laney's vlog from today. She's got a cherry bowl. It's so gorgeous. It's beautiful.
What?
Well, it's been called a cherry bowl. That's what the person who made it has called it. But it's like a handmade wooden bowl.
Dodo and Davy. Dodo and Davy.
You know, the wooden things. They've made a cherry bowl that Lane's going to put in the raffle and the charity raffle. It's absolutely beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, I need to find you something.
So if I win, I'm going to pick that. Can put me bananas in it.
What did I buy today? Well, I did buy some. Well, yeah, anyway. I bought things today. Whenever I buy jewelry, I put it in this little baggie, like in my bag, and it's like, oh, it's my little baggie of treasures.
Is that your sparkly video jewelry?
So I got some today.
You know what? You had a pair of bookend things, and I was so tempted to buy them bookends. I was like, no, you don't need them. You're not going to put them anywhere.
You got any books, Lainey?
I've got one. 2, 3.
And I found out who they were made by, and someone's got a pair of them for sale for 80 quid.
Very nice.
Which is too high. But the last lot that sold were about £30. So I'm going for somewhere in between.
Yeah. Definitely. What did I saw you have an art like.
They are very pretty though. They're like hand painted with like little kingfishers. It was the kingfisher that told me because I like kingfishers.
Yeah,
they're very cute.
They're beautiful.
This is what I picked up today.
Aww.
Yeah, cutie.
Lainey, have you got like a wet cloth you can like dab yourself with? Because I think that would cool you down more than fanning.
I feel cooler. I don't look.
If you get something damp, it like evaporates the heat away from you.
And I've had this ring twice now.
The same one, the exact same one. So somebody bought it off you and donated it back.
No, it's not the same. It's not exactly the same one.
Winding you up.
Not exactly the same, but he's a cool little chap though, isn't he? He's fun.
It's an owl.
It's an owl.
I see it.
It looks like Cinnabar. Do you know what Cinnabar?
I do know what Cinnabar is because I had a Cinnabar bracelet in a lot that I bought at the auction, and you told me it was Cinnabar.
Yeah,
I got an owl too.
See, you educated me.
See, I educated people. See,
good owls.
And but that's good though. You got a jade.
I like both those owls. I like green and I like red. They're my favourite colours.
He must be jade, and so he's very good luck.
Yeah, that's how much was that? 50p, Lainey?
50 pence. Yeah,
that's a bargain. I love that.
Oh yeah, like if you were going to sell that one,
is that like
quid?
I like the
how much?
About £20-30.
Yeah.
I'm gonna when my shelves are up, he's gonna sit on my shelf.
No, he's nice. Nice.
I like the feeling, and like I was like, oh, you can't stay there by yourself. So he was just in amongst all the balls, and because that shop that I went in, that charity shop that I went in, is like, it's called Fact, I think, and it's fighting all cancers together, something like that. But like it's all the clothing and everything's like really cheap. Like everything's £1 apart from like tops, which are £2 for £1. And then everything's really cheap in there.
So I was talking to who was it today? One of the charity shops anyway. Oh no. It was Fireplace, which is now Josh's like favourite charity shop. It's the one where they just like take everything down to 10p if it's been there for like 3 weeks.
Mm.
And we were saying just like how good that is though, that like stock just comes in, it goes out, comes in, goes out, like all the time, and like they're hitting their targets and everything, and that's so good because people are dead happy. I mean, I spent £8 on them postcards today, and I've probably got, I don't know, easily like 200 or something. And is that something that you would buy at auction?
Who, me?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Buy postcards.
The amount you've got, £8, I would definitely buy that. Yeah.
Like that's what I figured. I looked at them. I was like, there's advertising. You know, like
to me, they all look like relatively modern ones, but there is a market.
Yeah, they're not old, but they're like, you know, like the repro ones.
Yeah, they look like old advertising posters, and the other ones that you've got are Royal Mail ones.
Yeah, so they're you know, things, you know, like Cadbury's.
Yeah, I've sold those in bundles before.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna sell them separately. I'll
do a big bundle of them. People like them.
Yeah, I'll probably do like, you know, like 20 at a time or something.
Also, put in your title. What's that word? You know, people who send postcards to each other. Post crossing. Put that in your title.
Oh, okay.
If they're unused, they look unused. They've not got writing on them.
Yeah, no, none of them are used.
So people buy them to send to people across the world. Post crossing, it's like a hobby. So put that in your title.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, lots of them are very, you know, like there's lots of nostalgia ones, and there's, you know, ones from the 80s, you know, like Morecambe Bay and stuff like that, you know, and things like that from the 80s. None of them are particularly old, I think. No. But I thought, you know. Like,
but I've definitely bought modern ones before. As long as they're cheap enough, you know, you can make.
Yeah, well, £8 for. I mean, they did have some more. But I just picked up like the ones that I thought were more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like there was I picked up the ones with like trains and things like, because I know people like trains, don't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, the advertising ones and the first day covers ones. But yeah, it's like, well, you know, and also because I just like that shop. And you know, when you just like a place and you're quite happy.
I'd like a shop like that takes things down to 10p if they don't sell. I'd be in there.
Yeah, no, because they're just like, well, you'd rather have 10p for something rather than throw it in the bin.
Charity shops I've been in Market Harbour, they're really expensive. Like I went in there and there was an ornament in there for £70. But that's ridiculous. Insane. That's ridiculous, isn't it? In a charity shop.
Yeah, it is. Like there's honestly, just literally around the corner, there's a Sue Ryder, and considering like my sister will buy china, and like when she moved to Bridgend, I introduced her to some of the charity shops, like to some of the people who work in the charity shops. Go right, this is my sister that I told you about, and she will buy your china as long as it's a decent price. Like, oh yeah, cool. So she's bought, you know, like some stuff from there.
Does your sister just hoard all the china, or does she sell?
She does sell it, but she's more of she's like me. She's like, I like this stuff though. I might sell some of it one day, but for now I quite like, you know. She does sell some of it. She sells, I think for what she owns, she's probably got about a third of it listed, and then 2/3 of it is like, I will list that at some point. You know. But yeah, so we were in Sue Ryder the other week, and they had this and I mean it's disgusting, 80s, oh, what's the brand? It's a well-known brand beginning with W. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Worcestershire.
Weird.
Anyway, it's like a big brand, but it's not a very popular one. And it's an 80s design, and it's yellow with lemons on, and it's horrid. I mean, it is gross. And they've got it up for 40 quid. And my sister was like, oh, I think I would take it for like I'd buy it for 15, because I know I could probably get like a tenner for the coffee pot, and then would have to split these bits up and stuff, but definitely not 40. And it's been there now for like a month, like in their window, and it's like no one is touching it, no one. And then there was another set that was on the same table, and it wasn't priced, and it was a bit prettier. Royal Worcester, that was the one. Anyway, and so we were like, so we were like, oh, how much is the other one? Because like, and we were like, are you sure the other one's priced right? Because that one's priced at 40 quid. And they were like, oh yeah, that's what it's going for on eBay. And I'm like, that's what it's listed at eBay, but it's not what it's selling for on eBay.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, so we're like, are you sure? And they were like, all arsey with me for saying that. I'm like, yeah, a month later, and it's still there, like sat on the table, and no one is touching it. You know,
so will they reduce it, do you think, or just leave it there stubbornly?
I think they'll probably leave it there. They'll leave it there until like the rag guy or whatever comes round, and then it'll just get shoved into a, landfill thing.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, because they don't reduce their stocking there. Like, I've never seen them like mark stuff down. Whereas like if they marked it down for a tenner, my sister would be like, okay, I'll buy it for a tenner. So there's a tenner in your till.
Yeah, like the
and room for someone else to put in the window.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's on this big table. It's like, well, shift that on for a tenner and put something else there that was, or just don't even mark it up at like 40 quid. It's not even like a massive set either. It's literally like there's the coffee pot and then 4 trios. Like that's it. It's not even like a big set for 40 quid. And it's disgusting. It's a proper 80s horrible, like nasty set. Oh, but it's what it's listed for on eBay. Like,
but they're not eBay, are they?
No, and that's what they don't understand. It's like, yeah,
they don't have the audience that eBay have.
Yeah, and even with the audience, that set isn't selling.
Yeah, and it's not selling
for 40 quid.
Yeah.
Like if you look at solds on eBay, that set isn't selling. But they don't listen to you.
No.
Why should they listen? Like with the Fireplace store though, they've just started selling on eBay. And I think I might say to them, because I've looked up their eBay shop, it's not very good. And I think I might have a little word with them, because I do like them. I like them as a charity shop. Like, I think they do it well, apart from their eBay shop. And I think I might give them like a little nudge in the right direction kind of thing. Like, their titles aren't very good. It's literally just, vintage guitar, £75. That's not going to work. So I might try and help them with a few things every so often.
Yeah. They can then help you with the jewelry every so often.
Yeah, well, I bought some off them today. I bought like 5 brooches off them. I bought all brooches and earrings and I bought a little compact today. If you want to see, it's quite nice.
You bought so much stuff today.
No, not really. No, this is £1.50, but it's got like it's got all like Egyptian.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's unusual, isn't it?
That's quite nice, and it's a
And
proper
that's quite big
compact.
for it's quite big for a compact as well.
And it's still got not like you want the original powder, because obviously you don't want to actually use it, but it's still,
Yeah.
you know.
So what brand's that?
I can't see. It just says made in England. It's not Stratton, which is like the most popular one. But it's nice that it's like all still there, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
see, the powder is still there, but it's powder, so I don't want to tip it up. So it'll go to like a makeup collector, because they will still want the powder, like for the original look. But I thought the actual compact, like with the Egyptian, and then on the other side it's like all floral,
Pretty.
was nice, you know. Yeah. Someone collects these things and just thinks they're nice.
Yeah.
So. And that's my thing, isn't it? It's just that rehoming of nice things, isn't it?
Rehoming them.
It is. It's just finding. It's like orphan items that need homes, and I find them mummies and daddies.
Buying orphans.
I buy an orphan and I find them parents.
Well, I like it when I buy like an old collection of postcards that was collected 100 years ago by somebody, and then I send them out all over the place to people who buy different themes, and they just go to a new person who will love it. I like that.
Because it's like it's finding a new collector, isn't it? And that collector is like, oh, that's the one that's missing from my collection. I know, like when I was a kid, for some reason, my parents used to buy me the first day covers of stamps, even though I had absolutely no interest in them. I was like, why are you buying me? I don't give a shit, you know. And they are. It's not like they're rare. There's so many thousands and thousands of these, and people are selling like, oh, there's 80,000 for 40 quid. That kind of, you know, like they're not rare. But some of them are just quite nice. There was like, I found in here, there's a Paddington Bear one, and there's a Rupert Bear one, and then there's some like pretty cool sci-fi ones.
Are these the postcards, the stamp postcards?
Yeah.
I've had loads of those before.
Yeah, like, exactly. They're not rare.
They are collected. They are collected,
but they're not like huge amounts of money. I mean, like
they're not rare because they were sold by the Royal Mail like over the last sort of like 20, 30, 40 years. I don't know how far back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, these ones are mostly from the 80s, and you know
they still sell them now. I mean, there's Harry Potter ones. There's all sorts of modern ones.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything particularly special in here. I don't think there's anything particularly rare. But you know, things like you know.
Yeah, I've had those ones. I have that one. TV programs. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, like there's some just nice pictures. And
hey, DBG's in the chat, Leanne.
Oh, hey, Leanne.
She's dying from the heat.
And it's nice, like Alice in Wonderland.
Hi, Dawn. No, our humidity at the minute is at 86%. I've just checked.
Oh, humidity's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
She says, "Lady looks hot in a good and a bad way." I think it's just a bad way, to be fair. But thanks. Hello.
So yeah, there's just some. I think. I mean, for two quid for the whole.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll make your money back, definitely, and more.
Exactly.
It is better to be cold than hot. I agree.
Are you all not complaining about the heat and the weather and the sun?
Didn't you start, Mrs. Heat?
Sharon likes being like a million degrees.
Oh no, I am not complaining about the heat. I will complain about how stuffy It can be, but I'm definitely not. I'm a summer baby. I will never complain about it being the summer.
Sunny,
I
yeah.
will. Yep, I
Thank you,
will.
Rex.
I will
All
always
four of us are
prefer it
summer
over
babies.
autumn and winter anytime because
No.
autumn and winter
Anytime.
are
I do like
All
I do
four of
like
us are
winter.
summer babies, but that don't mean anything. I still hate the heat, but I also hate the winter. I like the two in between.
I like,
Spring
yeah.
and autumn, they're my favourites, particularly autumn.
I do love spring because spring holds the hope of summer.
Summer, yeah. I like the changing of the seasons.
I think
But I
I
do
like
like
autumn
summer.
more because it's so. I know stuff is dying, but all the colourful leaves
No,
and stuff. I really
autumn
like that.
autumn to me is like this is the start of the misery.
Miserable, yeah. Dark in the mornings. It's
I
dark
suppose-
in the night.
This
No,
is the
I
get
like
ready for
I
9
still like
months
Yeah.
of pain.
I like it. I like
9
it.
months of pain. It's not 9 months.
It is
It is,
pain and
it is.
misery.
It is though.
That's
It starts in
pregnancy.
September.
You're mixing it up with pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
No, it's true. Like
No, that's puking and peeing yourself. Not pain and misery.
No, but it is. It is. It like gets to the end of August, and you got September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April.
Yeah.
No.
It is. She's right.
okay.
September and
totally
October are generally okay. Even November is not too bad.
September's definitely
December, January,
No.
and February
No.
are your bad months.
No.
And then March is
No.
beautiful spring again.
And no,
No,
it's
it's
not.
cold in
No,
the
if
mornings.
you've been to Wales, it rains. And that's it.
I bet in March you've got daffodils everywhere.
Yeah, there's daffodils, and it rains.
Yeah, I like rain.
To be honest though, we've had snow in June.
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
a rare
You're
occurrence.
more likely to get a white Easter than a white Christmas.
Yeah, that is true.
Although there was one year, what was it, about 3 years ago or something? You remember when we had like fantastic snow in April or something?
Yeah, yeah.
And that was the week that I bought a fuck ton of Lego, right, for like 25 quid. But I mean, like, I bought like 2 Tesco bagfuls of Lego, and I spent 4 days just like sat in my gym jams because it was snowing outside, so like nothing could
Making
happen.
things with Lego.
Just
I was gonna say,
make it,
did you build yourself a Lego castle?
yeah, I made like 26 Lego sets out of this, but because they all had the instructions as well. I was landed. I was like building. Oh my god, it was awesome. There was like a vets thing, and like a little shopping center, and like a donut house and stuff. It was amazing.
A donut house.
Yeah, like all these random Lego. Honestly, it was like 26 sets in all that I bought for 25 quid. Landed, put it on eBay, and like 400 quid for the whole lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Had a great
Snow.
time. I literally just sat there in my gym jams, put on like black and white movies. I think I watched like 12 Angry Men, which ended up like one of my all-time favorite films now.
I like that. I like 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, it's a good film. I watched like all black and white like films and drank hot chocolate, and it was awesome. Like best 3 days ever. It's amazing. Loved it.
But you still hate,
Lego and watching films.
winter.
But other than those 3 days, the rest of it's shite.
No. I like
I
the
don't
winter.
like the extreme heat like this because I just can't sleep. I'm not comfortable. It's horrible.
Who
And
needs sleep? You sleep when you're dead. It's like your heart. You just.
I
you would be
Everyone's
dead if you
awake.
don't
The
sleep.
windows are open.
I like sleeping.
You know, your neighbours are arguing. Fucking rock on.
Your
I know,
neighbours are.
it is horrible when you are tired, but it's so hot that you can't sleep, and you're just there like, oh, what do I do?
You just lay there as starfish. That's what you do. Just like enjoy that because, like you say, like we have crappy weather for the rest of the time.
Oh no, I have certain things that I do, like so go for a shower or a bath before you go, like literally just right before you want to go to bed, because the cooler, if you go for a hot bath, like don't have a cool bath, have a hot bath, and then the cooling sensation produces dopamine, which helps you go to sleep. So that's good hint for that. Like and also I open all of the doors and windows in the house to like let the breeze go through and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I will put on a sci-fi podcast, like something that talks about science and things that I don't understand. And that really helps me like go to sleep, because anything that just
Oh, you
talks
can put
about
Auntie Sue on.
Auntie Sue, yeah.
Yeah.
If Auntie Sue was like
Neil-
talking about like little
Do you watch
people and stuff.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, Lex?
No, not a fan.
Not a fan of his?
Henry Fonda was great. Was he in 12 Angry Men?
Yeah. He was.
Yes, no, Henry, yeah, no, yeah, fabulous, yeah. No, I'm not a fan of his. I sway sometimes towards flat earthers
Oh,
because
what? Hang on a minute. Whoa, hang on.
You sway
What, you mean the
towards
Earth
them.
is not
You
flat?
sway-
Have we
you
not had this
sway towards
conversation? No, no way.
Don't sway too far, you might fall off the edge.
Off the edge.
well, no, because that's not possible, obviously. Because that's why I love cats, because they would be at the edge going,
Yeah, knock that off. See this? I'm gonna knock that off too.
yeah, they'd be like, what this? Oh.
Again, maybe it's just, the whole turtle and the 4 elephants theory's true.
Yeah, it could be,
Could well
and
be.
that's a Doctor Who episode as well, isn't it? But no, I like listening to scientific things at bedtime, because it just gives you a whole lovely sense of perspective of things as well, doesn't it? So yeah, I think those things really help me as well, and obviously sleeping naked starfish.
Starfishing,
Obviously Yeah. Starfishing, windows open, naked, on top of your blankets, in the dark, with an eye mask on, after a bath, listening to science shows. That is how you get sleep.
Yeah.
That is the best way.
All perfect, apart from for me, I went to bed last night and I couldn't get into bed because the hubby was, for want of a better word, he was spooning the duvet. It was in a massive heap all on my side of the bed and I couldn't get in.
Kill him. Kill him.
Smother him with a duvet.
Yeah. Just push him off the side of the bed, or divorce is always an option.
No, that's apparently not an option.
No, it is.
Apparently the Sky Daddy said so.
It is always an option.
Oh my God. Is he Catholic, your husband?
Was that a bit of a giveaway, Susan?
If Sky Daddy's telling him he can't get divorced, then he must be a Catholic.
Yeah.
Sky Daddy, is that not Richard Branson?
Oh, it could be.
No, it's Richard Burton in Wales. You shall not get it.
I think Sky Daddy is a really creepy term, Sharon. I don't like it when you say it.
Sky
really
Daddy.
creepy.
I actually stole it from a channel that I watch, and I thought that's a really good term, Sky Daddy.
I don't like it.
Hi, Mandy.
Oh, see, Dawn says can't sleep. Just listen to Ted Bundy. I agree, honestly. The Ted Bundy one on Netflix, the Ted Bundy
Ted Bundy tapes.
Ted Bundy tapes.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, so
the amount
awesome.
of times I put that on to go to sleep with, definitely.
Yeah.
You fall asleep listening to serial killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that says it all about you, Lex. Face.
No, you say it's weird, but we've all got to dance with the devil.
Oh, you're
Like,
joking me onto it. I was going to say Spotify is the one, Lex, as well. There's some good true crime podcasts on Spotify.
honestly, it is part of human nature. We've all got to dance with the devil.
Yeah, I mean, I would watch stuff like that, but not to go to sleep to.
No, there is a strange, not comfort. I don't know. There's a weird way of doing it.
Hello.
No, I do not find Ted Bundy comforting. Sorry.
Nobody's sick though.
And apparently very charming.
Exactly, I would.
Well, when he's not chopping you up.
Yeah, I totally
Oh,
would.
God, no.
Evening.
Hi, Nicholas.
Hello, Mr. Nick.
Hey, Nick in his posh chair. The director's chair. The managing director.
It's a bit like the mastermind chair.
What was that? What was that, Lex?
Nothing.
Is that
Don't,
like a subliminal message?
don't, Lex.
I missed it. Show me again. I missed it.
No, don't
No,
show
I
him.
missed it too.
No, don't show him.
No.
Oh,
Susan
Lex,
was
you're
sending
such
you
a
weird
tease,
pictures again.
Lex.
No, Lex is the one that sends me weird pictures. What are you on about?
Oh, yeah,
No,
it's
but
all about
however,
Lex's weird pictures.
I did wake up to a message from Susan going like, so how big are your tits? Like, pervert.
Basically, the night before, me, Lex, me and Lady and Sharon were discussing your anatomy. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to that.
Say that again.
You weren't in on this conversation,
As
Nick.
I am.
What
I
about
get
my-
it right as well.
Yeah, it was
Hang on,
Lainey's
hang on.
fault.
I genuinely missed what you said. Something about my anatomy.
No,
No, not
Lex's.
anatomy, Nick.
Lex's anatomy.
Yeah,
Yes.
me, Lainey and Sharon were discussing Lex's anatomy, and the question came up, how big are Lex's boobs, basically?
Of course, standard conversation.
So I was the one who had to ask the question.
If it's there is at some point, if you go back quite a while ago, maybe about 2 years, there is a video of me and Bianca weighing our boobs, I think.
Didn't Carla do that as well?
Yeah.
So you posed the question, "Hot morning, Lex. How much is this weigh?"
Yeah, exactly.
It was a bit like that, yeah.
I woke up to like Ilex, don't think me a weirdo or anything, but how big are your boobs? And I was like, you fucking pervert.
Yeah, and don't ask why. So
What,
I
what's
didn't
the
know
answer?
why.
You just there. It was just Susan wanting to know where was the involvement from me or Sharon.
There was.
She excuse herself.
Anyway,
So is the answer to that question like a measurement or a weight?
All I can say is they would go small parcel, okay?
Well, both of them?
No,
Well, like one
when
each.
she told me
No,
the
you have to send them
answer, when she
Separately.
told me the answer, my response was, "Oh, more than a handful, like you."
Less than 2 kilos.
Yeah, Babs, just a bit. Hi, Ella.
Yeah, you are looking a little bit glowy, Lainey.
I know.
Glowworm.
Glowworm.
Pregnant.
She's not.
Oh,
Oh, well.
like some-
I never.
That third man, he's a fast mover, isn't he?
that one was his feather.
Have you been out on a jumble trail today, Nick?
No. We had a housewarming party for our new neighbours,
Oh,
which wasn't as awkward as it sounds. It was all right in the end. But, you know, it's like we don't know them and they had all their family round. They invited all the neighbours. It was a bit awkward, but it was okay, you know.
very friendly. Isn't
Did you put your keys in a
In a bowl.
I didn't see a bowl anywhere, so I resisted.
So do you know who you've come home with?
I
Or
came
when
home with
Andrea
who I
is
went.
more to the point.
Yeah, it wasn't one of them.
Lainey's got a new bowl. That's another use for it.
Yeah, one.
And then I went and gave my dad his calendar of
Oh,
late.
did you like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, he loved it. He was quite impressed. So
Oh.
it was good. Because it was his birthday like 2 weeks ago and I haven't managed to catch up with him.
Did you like the bee? The bee's the best one. Well,
Yeah, he
one of them.
noticed the bee. He sat there and went through every month. And he spoke to me about bees for half the night because he's a beekeeper.
Yeah.
That's
I know,
standard.
yeah.
That's standard. Once you get him on the subject, it's game over. It's just bees.
What's
God,
his
that really
favourite-
sounds like someone
favourite
else I
bee?
know as well.
What's your favourite
Yeah,
bee?
one feet.
Yeah, what's his favourite bee?
But
The honeybee.
The queen bee.
I was going to say, because even within species of bee or genre, I don't know, they're still
It's a bee a genre.
a genre. Your favorite genre of bee?
I've never asked him that question, I'll be honest. But he does breed
No,
queens.
that's obviously the first question. You like bees? What's your favorite bee?
I'll ask him next time I see him.
Hey Nick,
from Lex,
you like
what's
music?
your favourite
What's
bee?
your favorite music? Like, come on.
All right, I'll ask him. But it's probably going to be a queen because he does breed queens.
How does he do that? Now I'm intrigued.
Oh, Jesus. You want to
Yes,
know?
2 queens.
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Right. Bees are basically all tiny robots that are programmed, right?
I thought they were all female.
Regardless, they're all kind of
Right.
robots. They're all part of one mastermind.
Yeah.
So they're all
Hive
programmed.
mentality.
So, you know honeycomb?
Right.
It's all the same size, right?
Well, like
Okay.
a
Things, they're not all the same size. When they're built, if they're slightly bigger, the queen lays an unfertilized egg in it and becomes a drone.
Right.
If it's smallest honeycomb size, they lay a fertilized egg in it and it becomes a worker bee, female. If they're bigger and they're oriented downwards, the queen lays a regular egg, but they feed it royal jelly and it turns into a queen.
Wow.
That's that episode of Tales of the Unexpected, the Royal
That
Jelly,
is insane.
where the baby turns into a bee.
So what my dad does is he fools the bees. He makes up his own little tiny cells
Slanted
to the
little
bottom
thing.
of the frames, pointing down, and
Wow.
the bees then nurture queens, and then he takes them away and tries to introduce them to a colony, another colony.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's insane. That's the most insane thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
But you think that's weird? Dad also buys queens from all around the world, and they get sent to him in the post.
No
That
way.
sounds weird.
So, like, we'll be opening an envelope one day. What?
It's like, yeah.
They come in a little plastic cage, so there'll be a queen in a segment at the end, and a bunch of worker bees that tend to her.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
And
did you
that's how
see
it
what
should
the ad
be.
just wrote?
What?
So I saw a bee ball before when an unknown queen came into the hive, so they all make a big ball
What?
around her and it heats it up and burns her alive.
Yes, I've heard that.
Is
Yes.
that when they just like vibrate so far? Because I've heard of people putting in Africa bees in boxes around their fields to keep elephants away.
That could work, yeah.
Yeah, I've yeah, for part of the year there's this like hive at the edge of the field where the corn or the rice, wherever they're grown in, and it just keeps the elephants away.
They really are just like the secret to life, aren't they? They're like the start of
They're
everything.
amazing, and they're the most studied life form on Earth. The bees, the honeybee. It's amazing the amount of stuff my dad knows as well. I keep trying to get him to start a YouTube channel. I think I'm just going to have to film him talking.
Oh my god, I would watch
Yeah.
that. I would
He has
certainly
literally
watch
read
that.
every just about every book written about beekeeping. My dad has read several times. It's mad what he knows. Totally mad. But luckily, my sister is kind of learning it from him. She was there today, extracting honey out of comb.
I was going to say again, I would imagine beekeeping is a dying trade. Oh no,
Not
maybe not.
really,
Actually, I take
not
that.
really.
No, I was going to say I take that back. I think it's probably getting more popular again because it's like you find like
It's an
beehives on top of
artisan
buildings
thing,
and
isn't
stuff
it?
like that, don't you?
Yeah, it has actually become more popular, but
Yeah.
bees are struggling because there's a like systemic problem with them. It's called varroa, this mite that's been killing them off for years.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for beekeepers, honeybees may well have died out because beekeepers are keeping them alive and treating them against this mite that kills them.
It is funny how like as a generation, like when we were young and you would go for like, you know, a picnic or you go to the beach and you have your lollipop and stuff and then a bee would come around, you're like, kill the bee, you're trying to get my lollipop and stuff. And now we're like, oh, poor little bee on the floor, we must give it some little sugar water and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Oh, poor little bee, help the little bee. isn't it? It's just funny how we changed eventually. So we're like, oh, stop the little bee. It's so
Chances
cute.
are that was a wasp, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Wasps. Don't start me on wasps, Nick. You're going to trigger
I
me.
don't like wasps.
I haven't really seen any wasps.
No, me either.
I say, do you know what? Again, do you know what I find weird that whenever I drive, I don't get like bugs on the windscreen. Like when you were a kid and you go for a drive,
Yeah.
there'd be like a million bugs on the windscreen. I don't get
Pesticide.
that at all. Yeah.
And also, wouldn't you have like Flying Ant Day? That day where you couldn't even go outside because you just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They all kick off at the same
That
time.
still happens, but much more rarely now. That Flying Ant Day, it still
I
happens.
remember having to run home from school one day because the air was like, it was so thick of it, and having to pull like my school jumper like over my head. And that, you know, like you just seeing through like the holes in your school jumper and like run because you were so like the air
To
was
be
so
everywhere.
thick,
Yeah.
like crazy. I haven't seen that probably since I was a teenager.
I
Actually.
think it must have been the last few days because twice in the last week I've seen like 1 billion seagulls just flocking together. I don't know what's a massive flock of seagulls called. I don't know.
Flock.
Just a flock, a massive flock. Yeah.
Big flock.
Just hundreds and hundreds of seagulls just flying in the air. So I don't know whether there's like loads of flying ants or what. I don't know, but they just concentrated.
No, it's just because it's been nice weather, and so people are at the beach and eating fish and chips, and then
No, this is over where I live, not on Barry. We're not talking swiping your sausage
no,
out your
no,
hand or your ice cream.
No, we get it here. We had a load of seagulls out the other night as well. And we're like 6 miles from the shore, and it was like a Hitchcock film, like a crazy amount of seagulls.
Dawn's saying there, I heard if the bees die off, we're all dead.
Yeah,
There's an element of truth to it because without honeybees particularly to cross-pollinate all of our
Pollinate and
crops,
stuff, yeah.
our crops don't happen.
absolutely. Yeah, and not just things like corn and wheat and stuff, but like so many vegetables and things like that as well.
All plants need pollination from insects, and it is an issue. It's a serious issue.
And even things like, you know, we think of, say, like slugs and snails and things as being kind of like pointless sort of creatures. But even then, like they all have their part in the agriculture, don't they? And birds will come down and they will eat them, and then they will poop them, and then that goes somewhere else, and it all goes towards like fertilizing and spreading.
Circle of life.
No, Elton.
No.
No.
And the worst thing is that we are the worst part of that circle as well. We are the ones that destroy it all without us. It would all work very beautifully, and we come along and fuck it all up.
But apparently, like amazing things happened when lockdown happened, and like there was like animals in places they'd never been.
Yeah, there was like dolphins swimming in like the Tyne and stuff.
The funniest one to me was the goats that we call mountain goats, but they ended up in Llandudno, like in the streets. Basically, not mountain goats because they're only mountain goats because the humans are all on the ground, on the land.
They only go up the mountains because they're
get away from the humans. So
exactly.
That's the arrogance of us calling
there's a place in Ebbw called like Festival Park, and it's like a huge kind of shopping centre. It's like if you have like a MacArthur Glen.
It's MacArthur Glen.
It is a MacArthur Glen. But yeah, there's only one shop left open there now. But like I've been there before, and Jesus, what's that?
It's sand eels. So they've either hatched on the beach, that's seagulls there with the sand eels, or someone said, because we get like mackerel that come through here, and that brings the dolphins. Well, the dolphins come here in known for the mackerel to come in, and people said that either the mackerel were chasing them and they came inland, and that's why they were on the beach, or they were born on the beach, because that's where the sand eels lay eggs or whatever. And then, it was kind of like, so it was like the dolphins chasing the mackerel and the mackerel chasing these sand eels, and then
Yeah.
The seagulls were just getting a deal out of it anyway because they were there. So, but yeah, it's mad. Sorry, I feel like I just jumped in there.
No,
I was
um,
going to say I was watching a guy earlier on who was he was in America somewhere, and he sort of paddled out to this island because he'd been seeing loads of dead fish and marine life just washed up on the beach. So he paddled out to this little island, and he was explaining this little island is sort of all the seagrass areas, all the nurseries for the marine life. And he paddled in, and all the marine life was dead. There was, like you said, there was little eels, there was fish, there was a big stingray, there was like a pufferfish. They were just dead in the water on the beach. Just
why?
again, it's human pollution, isn't it? They just all died.
Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? It is. We just fuck everything up. I was going to say, PvP says, I'll be extinct too if I don't pollinate soon. I think that's called, in a way, sort of like natural selection, really, isn't it? Like Darwinism and things where...
natural selection.
Yeah, where some things just shouldn't breed for the good of...
you pollinating won't stop you becoming extinct. You're going to die whether you pollinate or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, can a human even pollinate a flower?
Yeah.
To be fair, you can go out and pollinate flowers. Just rub your fingers.
That is true.
That's what we'll have to do.
Make buzzing noises when you're doing it.
You could go and find a big field of flowers. Just run through the field of
And
flowers.
you
You're
wanna do-
pollinating the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to places like Kew Gardens, they pollinate. They get like all little things.
Yeah, but they don't.
They
Nick,
gather
I don't think Kew Gardens let you run around there naked, putting your.
I didn't know, not naked Lex. I
Thing
didn't
when-
mention
Nothing
naked
about being
Lex.
naked.
But I was going to say, when all the bees die out, that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to get jobs in pollinating.
Everybody running around the field naked.
No, not naked.
Pollinate.
Cross-pollinating plants.
It'll be like in Brave New World, won't we? Like
grown in a test tube and stuff.
There's the mackerel.
Oh wow!
Mackerel. There's the dolphin.
Looks massive.
Is that near you? Is that off the coast where you are?
You know where the pier is? The one on Roker Pier I show you all the time.
Oh.
That's where they are.
Roker.
Roker.
There's in
the lighthouse.
Super Soaker.
In
And then
Newton,
when you
West
saw-
Wales, they have dolphins like come around to the shore, and you can do a little dolphin tour. The dolphins will swim up like next to the boat.
When
That's
you
pretty
say
cool.
roker, it makes me think of biker, as in biker.
Biker.
Grove.
Biker down a biker grove.
Biker
Yeah.
Biker.
Spooky.
Spooky.
There was a guy, because we get seals as well, and there was a guy who got a picture of a seal a deer, and it was eating an octopus.
Oh, nice.
Whoa!
It was a really cool picture as well. Wait a minute, I'm trying to find them on my.
It sounds horrible, but I'm
Yeah,
sure
but you know what I mean.
it's like the food chain and all that, but it sounds awful.
Was the octopus still alive and it was grappling him and he had his 8 legs around his face?
No, that's Disney.
Kraken.
I don't know, like.
Blood going
Release the
everywhere,
Kraken.
squirting out of the octopus's eyes, all of that.
Wow.
Hang on, I'm trying to work it out. Oh,
That's amazing.
I do find octopuses really creepy.
Yeah, they are. And they're intelligent as well, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
and
crazy
because they're, like,
intelligent.
So
Yeah.
close to what I consider as being like alien.
Yes.
You know, they're such bizarre creatures, and yeah, they do have a different kind of brain and a different sort of.
Here on YouTube, there's some amazing videos of octopuses
Yeah.
solving puzzles.
I
It's
saw them
for-
as they're going into like little glass bottles and
yeah.
And they can squeeze their body into like the tiniest shapes and
So it's
things.
still alive at that point.
Well, I would assume so.
I think so. It looks like it's lifting its leg up.
Poor
Yeah.
octopus.
Help
Oh
me,
no, I better
help
get
me.
out of that.
Having a
I
bad
definitely,
day.
I better get out of that. They are the weirdest creatures, aren't they?
Yeah, have you seen the ones that can mimic all different animals? They can change
Yeah.
their shape and colour, and it's just
Yeah, exactly. They change their
Yeah.
colour. That's insane.
yeah. It's like cuttlefish. You've seen them where they can make themselves go all stripy and pulsate the colours and
But that's it. Like, there's so many creatures that we haven't like met. You know, in like the depths of the oceans and things. You know, things that have never even seen light and stuff.
Yeah.
That exist. That probably don't even exist on. You know.
Well,
Like,
yeah, we know nothing about the ocean, do we? Really? Sort of
Yeah,
like, what is it? Like
To be honest,
20% of the ocean.
deep sea creatures might as well be alien because it's a
Yeah.
completely
Some of
different
them.
habitat to
Yeah.
anything else on Earth. They are alien completely when you think about
yeah,
it.
like there's
Did
creatures
any of you-
that live at like the point where there's volcanic steam coming up.
Yeah.
From like the Earth's mantle.
And they live off the heat down there. They're a completely
Yeah.
insular, like little economy of that heat. That's where they get all of their nutrient from.
And that's crazy, isn't it? You know, like they should be boiling to death. Like,
When I
oh,
was looking for pictures in the sea, you know, for my question time thing, some of the things that you see is unreal. Well, some of the things I showed were unreal.
Did you see that one, Lainey, that was like taken from an oil rig, but like sort of really deep down, and there was almost like this. It was like an octopus head, but you know, like a wooden wooden cross thing that the strings are on. You know So it was like that, but
Marionette.
yeah, like a marionette. No, not the, but just the wooden cross. So it had like a head, this cross thing, but these tentacles. They said they were, I don't know, 20 foot long, maybe more. And it's on the camera in this really deep sea, and it's alien. It just looks so alien.
A lot of the stuff that's from close down. Like, is it anglerfish or the one?
yeah, they're weird, aren't they? With
The light thing, and then
Yeah.
they've just got really sharp, horrible
Yeah.
teeth.
And then the ones that are just completely luminescent. Have you ever seen the bioluminescent plankton?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in caves and stuff.
Well, we had it. What was it? It would be about 3 years ago now, like down at Ogmore Beach. So we went down. Yeah, and it was honestly like we went for a little paddle like in the sea, and you were like you could kick the water, and it would like turn neon green. And we're like, wow, it's amazing. And
Remember,
we were just like, oh, what? Oh, it's beautiful.
Imagine tripping and doing that. Be like, wow.
Oh, yeah, we were, yeah.
You'd be out of your mind. The sea's glowing green.
I know, dude.
What?
Whoa! It's a beautiful
Oh,
rainbow.
it
It's a
was honestly-
triple rainbow.
It was so cool, though. It really was. Like, we even joined a Facebook group. It was like the bioluminescent group. We're like, yeah, when's the plankton coming? When's the plankton? It was so groovy, though. It was so cool. Loved it.
I remember seeing lots of fireflies when I was in America. They're awesome.
yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure I'd like that. I don't like the buzz.
The little bums that glowed. It's just
No, I wouldn't like the buzziness.
so cool.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
though?
I'd like to see them, but I wouldn't like to bump into them.
No,
Oh, no, they did it.
definitely not. No, I don't like buzzy.
You wouldn't go with my dad then and there's like 10 million bees, would you?
No, probably not. But you know, each to his own. Like, but you know how like was it the blue whale is the biggest animal,
Yep.
isn't it? But apparently it's not the longest, because you can
Okay.
get squids that can go on for like hundreds of meters. Now that scares me. Like, that's insane.
Giant.
And then
20,000 leagues under
also-
the sea.
they found a turtle the other week that they reckoned was over 700 years old.
Wow.
How have they figured that out?
Yeah.
I know they cut it in half and cut with the
I was going to
razor.
say, give me Mr. Turtle, how old are you? Have you got
Yeah.
And that zoom, zoom.
But you're like, do you remember Shakespeare, love? Yeah.
When was you born, Turtle? Huh? I don't know.
But that's crazy, isn't it? You think that they're like, and there were some types of is it coral or is it something else that is like it might be a squid actually, that is actually that could technically live forever.
Yes, yeah.
Like if it didn't get eaten.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
me
Like
too.
it's
a reborn.
yeah, they can regenerate.
Yeah, they can
like
regenerate
themselves.
themselves.
And the only reason they ever die is because they get eaten. Like they don't die of old age or anything. They just get eaten, and that's the only reason they die. But if they were just to carry on living, they would just live. Like that's crazy. So they actually hold like the secret to eternal life.
I was going to say that.
We need to grab them and rub them on.
I'm assuming there's somebody doing that shit already. They're collecting
course.
up
If
that
it is
stuff.
coral and you
There
rub the
has to
coral
be.
on your
There's
face,
someone like
Oh,
like,
yeah.
pulling
just
the
mash your
blood out
face.
of them, sucking on the squid.
yeah, that's
If
the
I'm
holy
coming
grail.
on your
isn't it?
face, you have no
End up
skin.
with suckers all over your body.
Yeah, you just turn into a squid, wouldn't you? It's like, yeah, you live forever, but you have to live as
But
a
in
squid.
reality, who wants to live forever? I'm a grumpy bastard, and I'm only like approaching 50. Imagine living forever. You get so grumpy.
I would.
But it depends. It depends. Like if you were young enough to be able to like, because there's loads of things like you could still do.
If you could every now and again like wipe your memory and start experiencing things again, that'd be
Hang
fine.
on. That's Highlander.
Is that what he does?
No, he doesn't quite do that, but
I was born grumpy.
Well, we all know that.
yeah. Like, surprise!
No,
I've learned grumpy over the years.
I would live forever.
Would you?
I don't wanna
I
live
don't think I'd
forever.
live forever.
I don't want to live
I would
forever.
live forever. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
In the same existence though.
it's karate lady!
It's Wimbledon again.
Wax on!
I
Wax
thought
on!
you was going to start playing tennis.
No, do you remember that TV card with the little girl and the little doll?
The test
She loves
card.
one of them.
Oh God, I hate that test card with the clown. The clown.
Yeah, noughts and
Noughts and
crosses.
crosses.
I
Yeah.
see that. That's
Oh, that's creepy.
spitting him. That's the one. Yes, that's spitting him.
Leanne says she couldn't live forever. She's tired, man. She's only about 30.
Yeah, like Leanne, get a grip. You're like 10.
It's just the heat. It's just the heat. It'll be fine in a
Do
couple
get
of days.
tired. I remember talking to my nana not long before she died, and she was just like, "I'm tired. I've had enough."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I kind of got it. I
think if you were still young enough to do stuff and shit.
That's
like
it. I'd live forever, but I don't want to grow old.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and
there's a
live forever.
difference between living forever and growing
Yeah, I
old.
told you, like,
So do you want to
oh,
live
God,
forever
yeah.
and stay as you are?
You want to be a
700
vampire.
years.
You want to
still
be
alive, but my body doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I want to be like fit and young and live forever and go like, yay, everything's groovy. Like I'm gonna go zip lining, yay.
zip
You
line.
constantly- you'd have to constantly move though, because you couldn't like stay in the same place, because people would know how you haven't aged in 20 years, Lex. What's happening?
Why should I keep it a secret? I'd be on telly going, yeah.
Are you
I
shitting
don't know.
me? You'd never be seen again. Like the feds
This
would
is
take you away. It'd
basically
be the
the-
men in black.
This
You'd
is
be
basically
gone.
the story of Doctor Who, you know.
I am basically Doctor Who.
He's constantly on the move.
I am basically
You
big
know.
on the inside.
He doesn't get old visibly, even though he is really
It's
old.
the Highlander.
Time
I don't
travel
like that
can never
film
happen.
though.
Let's just stop the time travel talk. It's an impossibility.
Wibbly wobbly, tiny whiny.
I know, but I'd like to be a time traveller.
Can't it?
I was having this
So if
conversation
you
with
were
my
a
brother
time traveller
yesterday.
then, if you were a time traveller, what would you like to see
I had this
first?
conversation.
Where would the
I had
first
this
thing?
conversation with my brother yesterday, and he wanted to go back and see the pyramids being built.
Mm.
But I
Okay.
want to go to the future and see how it all ends for humans. That's
Okay,
the difference
that's
between me and my brother.
I'd just go forward to next week, get the lottery numbers, and come back. Done.
Yeah, but that's a time
Like
paradox.
Nick,
It won't
Nick, we're
work.
not talking shallow. Now
That's
behave
been-
yourself.
That's been done on.
Sorted.
That's been done.
It's like I'll build my own fucking time travel machine and then I'll just do whatever.
But then you'd still build a proof map and you'd still have a load of tact, even if that was the case.
Does anyone remember a TV show called Crime Traveller?
Crime
No,
Traveller.
probably not. It was like a one series thing on BBC, but it was about a guy and a woman who had a time machine, and she hooked up with this police guy who was played by Michael French. I don't know if you remember him, actor. But they had an episode which was based on the whole trying to do the lottery thing, and basically the whole time paradox meant that it couldn't happen, and time made it not happen, even though they put the lottery ticket on. And it was a really clever.
Did that
episode.
happen in Evan Almighty as well, where he gave everyone the lottery and everyone won the lottery, but they only won like 20 cents each
Pound.
or
Yeah.
a pound, yeah.
They all got their pound
Basically,
back.
in that episode, what happened is that he gave the numbers to somebody else to put on, because time was trying to plot against him to be able to put the numbers on. So he got somebody else to do it, and he gave them the numbers. And basically what they did was they accidentally turned the numbers upside down and they put the wrong numbers on. So some of them were a bit right and some of them were, not right.
I think there's
You won
time,
10 quid or something.
and then there's also fate and like destiny.
Mm.
And I think things like fate and destiny and stuff is like down to karma and like what you deserve, like from the universe.
No, I disagree with karma.
I don't believe in
I have a
numbers.
problem
I don't
with
believe
fate
in
and
karma.
destiny, because fate and destiny means it's happening anyway. So we might think we have choice, but we don't actually have
We
choice.
don't,
It's all
yeah.
predestined. What's the point in anything if it's predestined?
Yeah.
I might as well just lie
Religion and
down and
philosophy
roll here
now.
and do nothing, because it's going to happen. It's like there's no
No,
intent.
I don't think there's a plan as such, as in like I don't think there's
That's what it is.
if you choose this then this will happen. But I definitely think like I am definitely one for like you ask the universe.
No,
and the
I'm going to
universe
tell
has
you,
to
you know,
find.
your ask the universe theory. I don't, and I hear you say it a lot. Basically, what it is, you think, oh, I need to ask the universe for X, and I really want to find X, and the universe will give it to me. But it's not that. It's because you're on the lookout for X, and you
For it,
see it
yeah,
where you
yeah.
haven't seen it
It
before.
brings it into your
Yeah.
consciousness.
It's
doesn't
already
it?
there. It's not like
Yeah.
the universe has provided it. It's
It's
your
a
brain that's
self-fulfilling
found it.
prophecy.
No,
Yeah.
it is no, it is exactly that. That is the scientific explanation of the belief. That's like
Yeah, so it's not karma after all. It's just
No.
Okay, so on the,
observation.
No. It's say for example, like when someone is dying and then they say like, oh, I saw the light, right? And they believe that they saw the light and they were walking towards the light and everything, and I saw God and I believed in it and I felt absolutely beautiful. And then you have like the scientific reason, which is like, yeah, well, the thing is like the brain will start with
yeah, it's
oxygen
a
and all
chemical
of that.
reaction.
Of course. But the thing is, that is a scientific reason to the belief. But it does not mean the belief is not real. So, like, if I think, like, if I say to the universe shall doth provide me with something, well, the fact that at some point someone accidentally left a bit of gold in a charity shop and I happen to buy it for 50 pence, that's not because, like, Jesus or God or whatever left it for me. It is because I
No,
was
that's
like,
because you
one
know what
day
you're
I'm
looking
going to
for.
find a bit of gold in a shop for 50p and I'm going to be
No,
looking for
it's
that
the
gold.
Yeah,
believe
and you
you.
will find it
Yeah.
because you're looking for it. But it's
Yeah.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with karma. It's nothing to do with karma or fate. It's because
Yeah,
you're
it's
on the lookout for it.
The distinction
like,
is
again-
the fact that you believe it isn't the reason.
Yeah,
it
the
happened.
fact that I believe
Yeah.
that I will find it.
Yeah. And,
No,
and
but
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
but the thing is, okay,
It's
I
all
know, the
be out
thing
there
is,
anyway. No, it's nothing
What
to do
about
with
things like if you were meant to get on a certain train and you didn't for some reason, and then there's a crash on that train? Like, what about in things like that? Like,
yeah, but that's always going to happen. You know, always going to get stories like that of people, because that's life. Like, You know, you see it
Well, yeah,
on
see-
like
see-
aeroplane freakouts where people have missed their flight by 10 minutes.
Genuine story.
You know,
Genuine
it's-
story. My friend, you know, remember the 7/7 bombings? Is it
Yep.
7/7 or 7? Yeah, the 7/7 bombings, right?
Yeah.
So one of them was on a bus that was out. That it stopped or it exploded outside of the Charity Commission's office.
Yeah.
So my friend Fiona worked at the Charity Commission's office. She was due to be on that bus on that day, but she was late for work. She slept in late and she missed her bus. And so therefore avoided the bombings because she was not on that bus. She should have died that day. And so
Yeah.
obviously all of that day there was a stop ringing Fiona
that's
going, like, who's on that
hindsight.
fucking bus?
That's
But-
hindsight. She's got on that bus a million other times before. It's just hindsight. Just
Yeah.
happened to sleep in that day.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not.
it was
Fate or
The thing
destiny.
is that's a very extreme example because you know this catastrophic event happened, but actually all of our existences are a million billion chances for us to be here. Another good one is that my granddad, my dad's dad, worked in a factory, and he was tasked to get a new weaver for this certain machine. Two ladies came in, he interviewed them both, and he thought they were both equally qualified. So he tossed a coin to give one of them the job. That woman ended up getting to know him, marrying him, having a son, my dad. You know what I mean? So my life, you could say, only came down to that spin of
on
that
the
coin.
possible coin.
But all of our lives are millions and millions of spins of coins.
Mm.
We are all the impossibly ridiculous chance of existing. That's
Yeah.
how crazy
Yes.
all of us are.
Bizarre, yeah.
It's all complete
And
utter
to think-
chance.
And if you believe in, say, like parallel universes, and to think that every single decision of all of us, of our billions and billions of people that make billions and billions of choices,
That's all I
will
think of when I
be-
think of that is
Each
Ace
other as
Rimmer.
well.
yeah, and they're all a different possibility, and like that's insane.
Infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
Just us making this video now and interacting as we are with people viewing and those making a comment, they've all changed our lives. We've all changed their lives.
Change their lives, yeah. It's the butterfly
Can't go back.
effect.
It's done.
Yeah.
You know the one thing that blows my mind entirely is there is an alternative universe out there where alternative universes don't exist.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say the
Mind
classic
blown.
where this is happening, and the only difference is that Lainey's name is Sweaty Bobby. I'm melting.
The lady's name is
No,
Louie.
but there is somewhere out there.
I don't subscribe to that. No, it's crazy.
Yeah, Ace Rimmer. That's all I think of
But
when
I
think
do
of
love
that.
the you know at the end of the Monty Python film, you know, The Meaning of Life, where Eric Idle comes in like with the song about the universe. And it's just, you know, and pray that there's intelligent life somewhere up in space, because there's bugger all down here on Earth. But I love that. I love that there's just like there's a million billion chances of anything possible happening, and we're like the smallest, tiniest, infinitesimal possibility of something, and that's it, and that's just how small and insignificant
A
we are.
little tiny dot.
Yeah, we're a dot. We are a dot.
When I was a teenager,
even
all of these big questions fried my brain for a good year. Honestly, I just went round and round in circles trying to work it all out and gave up.
the only question that is the one for me, the ultimate question is just when did it all start?
I was going to say, back to the time
the only
traveling
one.
thing, if I could time travel, I would go back to the Big Bang and see exactly what happened.
But even then, what was before that? What was before the
what
Big
was
Bang?
Yeah,
it?
what was before it? Yeah.
What triggered it? What's after it?
No, just what was before it? What was it? When did it all start? How did it start? Because logically, in our brains, we understand that something has a start. We understand that even like a finish, okay, I can get a finish. But what's there before the start?
Yeah, these were exactly the questions that as a teenager I would lay up.
Yeah, I was like that when I was younger, like going over all these questions in my head, and there aren't any answers unless you
No. And then that's why I think I like things like some sci-fi. That's why
Aliens.
I like this.
I was just going to say it was
No,
aliens.
I was going to say like the Douglas Adams like sci-fi, which is, you know, what's the meaning of life? 42. And they're like, what do you mean the answer's 42? So we didn't ask the right
42.
question.
It's almost 42.
Yeah,
but
that's it's like taking the mickey out of it all, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, well, how can you say the answer's 42? You said, well, you didn't ask the right question in the first place. Like,
It's just so clever. It's just so clever.
It is, and it's beautiful. And then when they come out, well, you know, the answer is like, you know, what's 9 times 6 is 42. Well, no, it's not though. and I do. I just love it because it's all just, and that's the kind of sci-fi that I like.
But the genius of that is that he wrote that on the hoof without really thinking about it or thinking it through. He had BBC deadlines to hit, and he just wrote it like the day before, and it's just so genius.
And he is though, and just I love the, you know, written on the front, you know, don't panic in big red friendly letters and stuff like that. Oh, it's just so lovely. And it does make you just go like, oh, and also bollocks to it all as well, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
After months and months of trying to pick through all these massive questions, I had to get to the point of I'm not meant to know. I'm not meant to work this out.
No.
And it took me years of proper stressing about this and sleepless nights to go, I am not meant to actually figure this out.
Our brains are far too small to comprehend this.
And you end up, I'll tell you what you end up with. You end up with that you are meant to love people, care about people, and influence people in a positive way. Because that's all you know that matters, right? When you actually
because the only true religion is Bill and Ted. It's be excellent to each other and party on, dude.
And party on, dude.
And that is all life really is.
Yeah.
Just be excellent to each other. Just be good and have fun. That's it.
Cast death were all a figment of imagination.
I just read that. I went through quite a long period in my teens of thinking all of this is inside my head. I got so far inside that rabbit hole, it was mental. I convinced myself it was all made up. Everything's made up. I tried to prove it to myself. Oh my God.
Nick, did you make me up? Because in that case, you're really weird.
Yeah.
I'm not that clever.
I second that, Nick. I second that. Sorry, Lex.
You know what I mean?
Like even I go, Nick. Oh, don't love.
And the thought that it's all a computer experiment, and we're all like inside
the Matrix.
The whole the Matrix theory. Yeah, I went through all of that, and
which I mean, let's face it, they've got a point.
Yeah,
like the chips on Black Mirror when they die.
Exactly. But also, like, again, it just comes back to the, do you know what, we're here though, so let's have a
most of it.
We think we're here, so let's try and enjoy it.
Yeah, but even if we just think, even if we are just, you know, some kind of simulation in a, you know, whatever silly computer program with aliens, and there's a dome over us, and we've got chips, and then whatever. Let's just have a breathe.
I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine back then when I was totally immersed in trying to work out why am I here, the whole big questions thing. And I thought I'm going to try and broach this with this friend of mine. And he didn't give a crap. He didn't really understand any of what I was saying, and he didn't give a crap. And I was so jealous of the fact that he was just
ignorance is bliss,
stimbling along, loving life, not giving a crap about trying to work out why we're here. And I was like,
I
think in your head.
But that's also part of the reason and the explanation, though, and that is it's the ignorance is bliss, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, as you get older, the less of a fuckery you give.
Definitely, because I used to be like Nick and care about stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I used to have arguments with people who didn't give a shit, and now I don't give a shit, really.
It's not that I stopped caring. I stopped trying to work it out. I realised
maybe that's true. But I also don't give a shit anymore. It's like, you know, we are insignificant. We're gonna die.
I genuinely think that at the point of when we die, that we will have that kind of revelation that it's like we will get given the answer at that point when we die, and we'll go, okay.
And then,
No, I don't believe
no,
that.
I don't think that.
I heard towards the side of it, it's just a big switch and we're off.
Well,
Yeah, I
but
think
the
that
point, no,
when
but the
you're
point
dead, you're dead,
is
I
that there
think.
is no point. The point is that we're all just rust and stardust. Like we will go back into the earth. We'll go back to from whence we came, and just our atoms will rejoin.
Stardust.
But
Yeah,
we're all just stardust.
remember back to the time before you were born. And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's what it's going to be like when you're dead.
Yeah, so we
Basically,
don't fear what it was that we came from, and we'll just go back to exactly that point, which wasn't fearful.
Exactly.
Cool.
But all of that stuff used to, like, as Nick said, get me in knots, and I'd worry about it and think about it all the time, but I don't think about it now.
Yeah, so I just don't let my brain go there most of the time because I know where it leads.
Our brain won't comprehend it because our brain isn't big enough. And I think if we knew the answer to that, like our heads would just explode. We would not be able to comprehend it. It means so much far than we could ever understand. We can't understand infinity. We can't understand.
But it's exactly the same. If we were talking about bees earlier, for example, they're so busy in their own little worlds, they can't even comprehend that there's a human civilization. I mean, why should they?
Yeah.
Right? It's nothing to do with them. It's so irrelevant.
I'm so jealous of animals because they don't have any idea that they're going to die.
Yeah. Do you think it's just our own ignorance in our consciousness that make us think we're invincible?
And also everyone should just be more cat, because you look at cats and they go, I lie here in the sun until I get too hot, and then I move to the cold. And then I drink a bit of water, and I have a bit of food, and I have a bit of sleep.
And I am the master of all I survey.
Yeah, and I've trained these humans to bring me things.
It's not humans, it's humans.
Be more cat. Just be more cat. That's it.
In some ways, it is literally that our brains got too big, and we tried to find a meaning for our own pathetic existence. That's what happened.
But that's how religion came about.
Yeah, exactly. To explain the importance of ourselves.
Yeah.
Religion.
I think religion's more about controlling people, personally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it developed into that for sure.
Controlling women and controlling poor people.
Just controlling life in general.
Because who was the Bible written by? It was written by men, wasn't it?
Yeah. Educated men. So it's to control.
I wouldn't even say educated men. Again, a lot of the Bible was just copied.
It's to control poor people and to control women and own women.
It became used to manipulate society 100%.
We've gone down the religion route now. This is dangerous territory.
I know,
it is dangerous territory.
Totally dangerous. We're going to offend people very shortly.
Yeah.
But, all religion started from a pure point of just trying to answer the question.
It's a shoe. It's a shoe. It's a sandal.
Oh my God, we're back to my
No,
it's not. It's a pointy hat. No, it's a hot dog hat.
But they quickly became gathering wealth and control and all of those things that humans do. That's all it was. Yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah, because if you put any kind of human involved in it, then it does come down to money and power, doesn't it? There's some bizarre reason that those apparently are the be all and end all, rather than just like, hey, shall we have a groovy time? Like, why isn't that there? Why isn't that in the Bible? Well, I mean, it is in some kind of ways, isn't it? But why?
Look what happened to them. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah,
they were all having a good time apparently, and then apparently not. It's not allowed.
Hi, Thomas. Tom's just saying he's been in a bad place. I hope you're okay, mate.
Oh, hi, Thomas. You haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah. Yeah. We've all been there, mate.
It's difficult to be in a bad place, and then you come here and then we're talking about like the end of the world and
pointlessness of life.
Yeah, like the futile existence of humans and how rubbish we are.
Awkward. How did we get onto this? I blame Lex. It's always Lex's fault.
It's always
Lex. No, it's not Laney's fault.
It's Lex's.
I'm going to blame Laney. Yeah, just Laney's fault.
Why?
Because.
Because if it wasn't for you starting this live stream, we would never have had this conversation. It's all your
there we go. Is that fate? Is it destiny? Was it meant to be?
Are you doing your life?
But if it wasn't for you earlier on going, I'm going live tonight.
No, that's not what she said. That is
No,
not
I
what she
said,
said.
shall
You
I?
know that, and I know that. But we're not going to repeat what she did say.
Oh, okay. I thought she did.
Oh, Lola
Ellen
makes a
Are
very
you
good
having an
point.
existential crisis?
No, Lola makes a very good point. Faith is between you and your higher power, and religion is between you and the church. I would say that I have faith, but I am not religious.
I would agree with that.
I have no religion and no faith.
No, I
I definitely have faith.
I have spirituality,
Yeah.
but I
No,
don't
I
have
have
any
none.
faith or religion.
I have
Not
no
at all.
spirituality. I am just
No,
irrational.
Susan, you don't
I have
soul.
cornettos.
I'm a rationalist. No, I don't have a soul. I don't have a soul. That's the true fact because the soul doesn't exist.
You got souls
I'm
on your
not sure
shoes.
what I believe in, but I try very hard to believe in the goodness of people, and that's tested on a daily basis. That's about where I am.
Oh no, Nick! Really? Who does that
Yes.
to you, Nick?
Have you not
Tell
looked
us,
around
Nick.
the world recently?
Mr.
Oh, anyone called
Nick,
Karen, isn't it?
Mr. Nick.
When I was younger, I used to like have a default position with strangers that they were all good, and at some point in my life that flipped to now my default position is that all strangers are twats until proven otherwise.
No, I think no. I think
That's
you
such a
should
Susan
approach
comment.
it the other way. That like you treat everyone on a level field of respect until they prove otherwise.
No, but it used to be that when I was younger, but it flipped to like the opposite, a level playing field of disrespect until
do
proven
think-
otherwise.
Again, I do think as you get older, you do get a level of cynicism
I
in it.
quite
where
like
you think,
that. Everyone's
is
a
it
twat
everyone?
until they prove to me otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
No, I'm still of the I'm okay with everyone. It's just the time between me thinking that they're okay and me realizing they're a twat has gotten a lot shorter.
That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Not a
Like
bad
it
thing.
definitely used to be like I would be taken for a
hamsters.
supper for a lot longer, and now it's like about 38 seconds. No, you're a
And
twat.
it's like, no,
But
yes.
most animals suspect like every human they meet until proven otherwise. So I've become more animal, I think. I've become more cat.
Everyone should
Every
be
cat distrusts you until you prove that you're nice. So that's me
That's
now.
true. That is true.
So you still haven't proved you're nice to Fiona then?
Yeah, because she's still trying to eat you.
No, Fiona is the extreme cat that she doesn't trust anybody, including me. It's been nice to her for 18 years.
Oh, I'm
And she's
sorry to
gonna
hear
eat
that,
your
Tommy.
eyes.
I hope you managed to get some help through your GP.
Oh Christ, having severe panic attacks. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
I think I've had 2 in the last year, and that's pretty good ratio actually.
I'm glad that's something I've never suffered from.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say, I'm
overthink,
glad I've
but
never
I
suffered
don't
with
get
that.
a sense of panic. I can lay awake for an entire night and not sleep a wink because I'm overthinking, but I don't panic. It's
Panic,
a
yeah.
different
I'm with Nick. I'm with you on that, Nick. I'm
Well, I
not a
hope you
panicker.
never
I
get
don't.
them because they're not
Yeah, I
worth
would
it.
Yeah.
like to. It's
Yeah.
just not.
It's a very claustrophobic. I don't know. Like you lose the ability to breathe and think and
Yeah. You've got, it's hard to calm
horrible
yourself down.
sensation.
But
And-
I've got like, I use grounding stuff. Techniques
Yeah.
and,
Mine is that.
concentration on something else. Mine is to look around the room and count things, or like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So
Got a Ribena drunk through a straw.
yeah,
Very good. Fruit pastels from a packet, from the tube, not from the thing, but from a tube. Honestly, really little things that trick you into thinking that you're controlling it.
yeah,
Ribena from a bottle wouldn't work. Ribena from a carton, I've taught myself to think that helps me deal with panic attacks. So if I have one, Ribena from a carton, I know that's the cure. So
But it might be that because you're sucking on the carton, it controls your breathing.
Again,
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about earlier. That's the scientific reason for it.
Yeah.
But the faith is in that.
Yeah.
I don't have the faith bit. I just have
So
the
that's why it works, because I have the faith in it. Yes, there's a scientific reason for it, I'm sure, but my faith is in.
It's odd to me hearing
Yeah,
you
but I
kind
have
of refer
faith
to
tomorrow
yourself
is
in
going
the
to be
third
light.
person. Like the you having a panic attack is a different person that you're referring to.
Well, in a way, it kind of is.
Yeah, I guess so. A different mental place.
Yeah, like it's like,
Yeah.
well, whenever I do talk about mental health stuff, I can talk about it when it's not happening.
Yeah.
Like I can talk about it completely open and freely when it's not happening right now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's different when you're in that place, though, isn't it? When you don't want to talk to anyone, and we've all been there. We've all just I just shut off. I don't talk to anyone. I'm just like, right, I'm going to sort this in my head. No one will
Well, I have that
understand.
periodically. I have
Yeah.
that periodically, but I don't really have panic attacks. I've
Yeah.
had more anxiety the past couple of years though because of COVID and stuff, but not panic, not severe panic attacks or anything like that.
It's a bizarre thing because you don't really, sometimes you don't really know when they are that they're going to hit you and stuff.
you
It can,
don't.
it
No,
can happen
totally.
at like the weirdest of times, and the most bizarre things can kind of set you off. Like, I was watching the Rod Gilbert was talking about it, and he was saying that he can stand in front of an audience of like 5,000 people and do a stand-up show and be perfectly fine with that. But he will panic himself so much going up and ordering a coffee, like in Costa, and I'm like, yes, exactly that. Like I have to practice what it is I am going to say to the person.
I don't know. I still
Costa.
think it can creep up on you. I had one the other day where I was talking to a neighbour across the road who was just having a chat about random stuff, and he came out with a question that just came out of the blue. I didn't even think it would trigger me, but it did trigger me for about 4 days, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it was just totally unexpected out of the blue.
Sometimes maybe you were saying about queuing up to order your coffee, for an example. You've got too much time to overthink it.
Yeah.
It's like today I said we went around literally the house adjoined to ours having a housewarming, and I had to say, right, we're going to go now, because the longer we kind of procrastinated
put it
and
off.
thought about it,
Yeah.
it was so awkward by the time we got there. So that's something I've built in, so I don't start overthinking the thing. I just do the thing.
Yeah, if you're going to do it. Just
Yeah.
go, do it. Just
I
jump
watched-
in.
I watched this TED talk once, and there was I think she's called Mel something, the woman, and she was talking about if you don't do things within 10 seconds, you automatically switch yourself off.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you talk yourself out of it.
Do you know what it is? Apparently, it's the reptilian part of our brain that talks us out of it. That goes, nah, you don't need to do that. That's dangerous territory there. And again, it is that 10-second thing. If you don't do it within that small periods of time, you're not going to do it.
I think that's why you say things like, say like last week I had to go to the dentist and stuff, and Carla was saying about how she really doesn't like going to the dentist and really fears it and stuff, and how do I get over it? And it's like, the honest truth is I just can't think about it. I just don't think about it. I don't let it
Go down that
head.
route. Yeah, don't go down that path. Don't think about it. Yeah,
and it's
I
like
agree with that.
when I'm getting on an airplane, right? It's not that I hate flying. Like I don't like takeoff, but I know that like after takeoff and when I land, I'm on holiday, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's the payoff against
I
like,
think
the horrible
again,
thing.
I think you've made a good point there. I think it's again, like you say, with the way we are at that point, you need to make that decision of, am I going to let myself go down this route of anxiety, or am I going to not, because I recognise it, and go down this route?
Yeah, I don't let myself.
If you let yourself think about it and go down there,
yeah, I don't let it in my brain. It's not an option. Like, because if it was there as a thing, like, okay, this is going to happen on this date, and should I be scared of it? I'd be like, and I probably wouldn't end up doing it. And then it just has to be like, I just don't think about it until, and even then, say like I'm going on holiday somewhere, so you've got to go to the airport. I tell myself, I'm only going to the airport. I'm not getting on the plane. I'm only going to the airport, and then I'm only having a drink at the bar at the airport, and then I'm only going through customs at the airport and showing my passport. That's all. I'm still not getting on the plane, and then I'm only waiting at the terminal at the airport, but I'm not getting on the plane.
That sounds like you when you. That sounds like you when you con yourself into doing listing.
No, it totally is. It totally is.
Again, you can apply that to literally any situation in your life where you, again, procrastination is the exact word for it, and we all do it, and I think we're all guilty of it. And again, as Lola said, we just go round and round and round in that perpetual circle of I need to be doing this, or I should be doing, oh, I'm not doing this, or I'm not, and then you go round and round and round. You at some points have to break that, because you won't just drive yourself to the edge.
100%.
And also,
I was going to say, Thomas was saying, can he come on? You've messaged now.
Yeah, I've messaged him.
Well, I was just about to say, I've got to get up in like 5.5 hours because I'm going to Getty.
Going to Getty.
Is it a car boot?
Yes, Edward's favourite one, so I might even see him there.
Is it the first car boot in Wales that's happened? Because didn't you say that they've not been doing them or something?
It's maybe, well, I think resolving was on today.
Miss Laney, can I go to the loo, please?
No,
No, I can't. Hang on, let me just find a pop bottle. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
A shiwi. I'll be back.
But yeah, so I am going to say goodnight because I do have to pop off to bed now. So I can be up
Well,
early.
I'll probably get lots of pretties at the car boot.
Well, I hope so too. I mean, I probably won't, but you never know.
Don't enjoy yourself too much, will you?
Why not? This is my job, Susan. I'm allowed to enjoy it and love every moment of what it is that I do and not live in misery and be a martyr.
But I don't live in misery. I love what I do. You do mean that.
I don't mean you. I mean other.
You normally mean me.
I don't mean. Anyway. Good night.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Lexington. Well, and there was 4 of us.
Yes.
Well, Sharon's off having a pee, but you know what I mean.
Well, you probably get more sensible from there.
You cooled down a bit, Lainey.
Yeah, a little bit.
You need to get one of them big stand-up fans in your room somewhere.
There's so many electricals in this room that it's like...
It's probably all that making you feel warm more than the heat.
Well, it's probably the bed, actually. Because obviously it's an air mattress and it has a pump to it. And, yeah. It doesn't help when you carry
Oh, good night, Lex.
It's gone. Intelligent Zombie says, I think overthinkers are the ones that get panic attacks and depression. I think it's all interconnected. I think an overactive mind that you know can chase off down rabbit holes and stuff. You know, I don't get the panic attacks, but I've battled with depression my whole life. So it's interconnected, I think, somehow.
Just send Lainey a message, Thomas, and she'll send you the link.
I'm just trying to... I googled your name, but there's quite a few, so I didn't want to... Oh, wait a minute, because you're on... I think
your link's not below somewhere on this.
I found him.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no, totally, Dawn. I agree. It is. We so talk ourselves out of things all the time.
100%.
And again, it's that really small period of time you have that thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
it's almost like a YouTube thing, for want of a better word, where you're sitting there, you're watching YouTube, you think, right, I've got to go and wash the dishes, and then in that split second you think, oh no, I won't. I'll watch another Mr. Nick video. Mr. Nick.
It is. It's all in that split second.
It is, yeah.
And it's when you're fearful of something, when something scares you a little bit. And to be honest, the things that scare you actually help you.
Well, we've had these discussions, haven't we, Lainey, about doing the charity events and about putting yourself out there. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't if you listen to that part of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. but taking a leap of faith and saying, well, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to try and start this thing like your channel hop thing. I remember those chats we had, and it was so insightful because I've been there and trying to help you through those. Oh, but I'm a bit scared. Nothing's going to happen. I can't do this. It's too much and all of that. Those are the conversations I have on a daily basis about stuff I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, if you think about it in the bigger picture of things, again, going back to what sort of Lex was saying with fate and all that sort of stuff, if it wasn't for Lainey starting her channel, I wouldn't be, and Susan wouldn't be, sat here talking to you guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how nervous Susan was at the beginning of these, weren't you?
God, I didn't want to come on.
Well, exactly. She was like, I don't know, coming on.
But I was kind of the same thought as Nick. I was like, right, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be out there. Like, it's like Dr. Pepper, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. And it really is a powerful thing, saying yes to stuff.
Yeah.
And I try and live by that, you know, and
Yeah.
say yes to things that make me go, oh, that's a bit scary. Say
Yeah,
yes,
it's like
definitely. Just do it.
out of your comfort zone. So easy
Yeah.
to stay
And
in your
most time
comfort
it's
zone.
never as bad as you imagine.
No,
It never is. Never
no.
is.
Hi,
the
Thomas.
bad stuff's
Hi,
all in your head.
Thomas.
Hello.
Hello.
Can we hear him?
Is he going to speak?
Can he speak? Is he
I don't
speaking?
know
And
if he's got, have you got your mic on?
Oh,
Oh, he's muted. No, there he is. Say hello.
Hello, Thomas. Can you hear us?
We might have technical glitches.
I remember the first time I tried this, my computer said no many times. And I had to go and find some setting deep in the computer that allowed me to speak. So you might be having those problems.
No, yeah, we won't talk about technical problems and
Oh,
sound.
God, yeah.
Speak.
Oh, we've got the
no,
queen
no,
of technical.
Yeah, no, don't point to me. Bog off, right?
Sharon and
Don't point to me.
technology, do not mix.
The first few times I spoke to Sharon, it was either like I couldn't hear anything, or it was like speaking to a weird robot or
Or
something.
you could hear every single thing going on in her
Yeah,
house.
that was
Well,
bizarre.
yeah, that was it.
That was the weirdest thing that was. It was like the microphone just decided, I'm just going to pick up everything in the whole world, even the mouse farting down the end of the street.
Hello. Thomas.
Say something, Thomas. Let's see if we can hear you.
No, we still can't hear
You're
you.
not coming through.
Can't hear. I don't know if it's
So near yet so far.
yeah. But I think sometimes it's just like it's allowing StreamYard and that to use your mic.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff like
the link
that.
allow
You've got-
everything.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
technical. I haven't got a clue.
If you can hear us, there's camera and mic settings within StreamYard. You might
Yeah.
just switch over your microphone setting.
Yeah, again, like people in the side chat saying you should just come on because again, what's the worst that's going to happen? We laugh at you, we'll take the mick a little bit. You know, we don't need like just
Oh
do
man,
it.
we've all done stupid things on these.
Not me.
You can't top some of the things that have happened. Yeah.
God, it's so warm.
It's how warm. It's lush. It's lush and warm. Starfish.
You and your summer.
Are you kidding me?
Hi, Michelle. Hopefully Thomas will manage to sort out his mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think it'll do wonders for his confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, 'cause
even though like
again,
you have like that negativeness, don't you? Like sometimes that jumps in. You know, oh, everyone's gonna think I'm boring, or like, because that's what I get sometimes. You know,
It's not
like
even that, for you, I know you sort of do all that sort of stuff, but for me, it was the thought. It was like I'm a private person. Like, my bubble is very small, and the thought of going outside that bubble, it was like, holy crap.
yeah,
But it was like I'm going to just do it. I'm not going to think about it. Just do it. Like, if I make a dick of myself, then I make a dick of myself. There's nothing unusual, you know. I do it on a daily basis. You guys know this.
I think the same. I think the same as you, Sharon and Danny. That I'm in a small bubble of just me and Fiona actually most of the time, especially during COVID, and it is a bit scary coming out of that bubble into all of this.
Yeah.
But it really has enriched my life during the last couple of years chatting to you guys, and but I still think I'm boring and miserable and all that. And you say you laugh at me, Sharon, and I'm not boring, but I still
You
think
crack me up. You absolutely crack me up.
well, that's good
And
then.
you know how I told you this. You just.
I know. I don't know how.
But that's it. That's the beauty of it, though, isn't it? It's not. It's. People think, oh, we got nothing in common and all that. But the more you get to know someone, the more you got in common than not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like our hatred, Susan, our secret hatred together.
Of what?
I won't name names on you because a certain man and a certain woman.
Is it Nick? Is it Nick?
Yeah, it is Nick. Shit, I told you not to say nothing.
I thought we were friends. Whatever.
I
Outrageous.
told you, Sharon, I don't hate beans. I love beans.
Sorry, Mr. Nick.
No, but
I'm sure there's foods that both me and Sharon hate that other people love, but I can't think what they are right now.
and you soon realise when you chat to idiots like me for a while that we're all just the same, rattling around in our own little worlds, right?
Yeah.
Just because I've been on YouTube for quite a while makes me no different to anybody.
No.
I'm still an idiot like the rest of us. It's
Look, Kath says you are not boring, Susan, but Bad Biscuit says Susan is boring as fuck. Who do I believe?
She only likes feet. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole tonight.
Oh my God, Lex, do not send me any more pictures of your feet.
She lies. She protests this too
38
much.
double D.
I didn't reveal the size on here. You've just revealed it.
Oh, God.
Oops.
Oh man, need to.
Oh, has Thomas sorted his sound out? Have you sorted your sound out, Thomas?
No.
not yet.
Not yet.
I'm going to be gone in a minute. I've got washing up to do.
I'm going to have to go to bed as well.
Finish this and then go and wash up.
How many cups?
Oh, I've got
Just 38 double D in Prague, so.
All right, it's okay. It's out there now anyway, so.
four
Ooh, that's
cups
good
in here
going.
today.
He said 4 cups.
Oh,
No,
that-
you didn't realise you said 4 cups where you wash them up.
Did you just hear my phone ping? You might have.
Yes.
Anyway, it's Bad Biscuit has sent a photo and I'm scared to open it.
Oh,
It's
pictures of feet.
Feet.
Lex, send me a picture. I don't want to see
Picture
your
of
feet.
Lex's feet. Do you want to? Oh, Nick, the truth comes out.
But it's Lex's foot with
Please don't
postcards
do it,
in the
I'm not-
background.
I thought you were going to say Lex's foot with postcard between the toes then.
What
Yeah,
is that?
don't fucking give her ideas, Sharon. She'll be doing that now. She will, I bet you. What's on your socks, Lex? I like your socks.
More
Is it
feet.
a cat? Is it a cat face?
Yeah, Michelle's saying for Thomas to go out and come back in and see if his sound works, because. Oh, I was echoing. Maybe my mouse is right.
Kath, you're a troublemaker. Feet and unicorns in Disneyland.
Don't call Kath a
That
troublemaker.
sounds like an absolute horrible nightmare.
Kath, don't listen to her, you're lovely.
Lex has now fulfilled your fantasy, Sharon, and sent a photo of her foot with postcards between the toes.
It sounds like we're all echoing back through Susan for some reason.
Really?
Oh, it's gone now. It's
I
gone now.
don't hear any echo.
Right, I'm going to turn my speaker down just in case.
How does
It's
it
not
not look
flipping me
hot
this
or
time.
bothered? I don't know. I'm alright.
No?
I've got a
Thomas?
fan on over there.
You hear me now?
Yay!
Yes, finally.
We can hear you.
Hi,
How are you
Thomas.
doing?
You're right.
Yeah, we're
Where
good. How you
are you
feeling?
from again?
I'm all right.
Whereabouts are you from again?
Cannock
Canning.
in like West Midlands.
Oh, can it?
Oh, right. Aye. I was trying, well, I don't actually know where it is, to be honest, but I remember you saying before the name anyway. Yes, Michelle, you can take full credit for the fact that it's working now, yeah. I should have thought about saying, like, go off and come back. It's like, you know, when you've got a hammer and you hammer something because it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
What?
No, just,
No, I don't do that.
You,
Amy.
you bang something when it doesn't work.
Right,
Like,
okay,
you
like
want,
you give something a
then
little
you
slap,
bang it.
but like you don't hammer
And
it.
then, all right, maybe hammer was too.
whatever. It's worked. You're in.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Mandy lives in Cannock, apparently. And Sarah's mum lives in Tamworth, and I'm guessing that's somewhere near because I haven't got Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I have no idea where Cannock is.
So Thomas,
Staffordshire.
from the Wish You Were Here picture, big Floyd fan, yeah?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
A what? Sorry?
Pink Floyd, the little picture.
Yeah, is it album cover?
Trust me to know that. I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wouldn't
into
have
all
known.
that. I'm into all the progressive rock.
You've got an
Hang on.
amazing music knowledge, though.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
Music knowledge is amazing, especially
Yeah.
when
Mr. Oven Gloves. Mr. Oven Gloves.
Yeah, Mr. Oven Gloves.
When we used to do the quizzes, you had a fair bit of music knowledge that had come out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only 23 as well.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you play amazing music knowledge. Because you like a lot of like is it kind of 80s, 90s rock?
I like everything. I've got
Yeah, you know, he's pretty shit hot on his years. On
Hmm.
his years.
Yeah, that's
years.
what I remember in the quizzes where it's a year answer. I could never get them. And Thomas was
CD
always like,
collection.
"They're
I've got
great."
massive,
straight
you know,
in there.
and records, vinyl, all that. Yeah,
Oh, you a vinyl collector.
yeah.
Oh
Hold
no.
on, Thomas, meet Nick, meet Thomas.
I have met before, you know. Well, I mean, not like this, but like in the side chat. Because he used to get a lot of your quiz questions right, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not fast enough, me. Not that I knew the answer either, because I didn't.
Lex has just sent me a
I've got to say, I
photo.
miss the quizzes.
Lex has just sent me a photo of
Listen,
a
you need to
unicorn or
again.
a pony on her foot or something. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
we could have carried the quizzes on. It felt like for us it had run its course. And when something becomes, you know, we would rush around like crazy to get it done. And
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know, I miss it sometimes, but it became a chore. And once something's a chore, that's it, I'm done. You know?
Yeah.
I know.
But we loved it while it was still going. It was funny. It was good fun. But we may revisit that on our main channel, I think, at some point, and kind of because that grew out of our Sunday chats at the end. Somehow evolved into the last half hour would be a quiz, and then people were pushing for more and more quiz. So we thought we need to do this separately. It's taken over.
Yeah, you can't get enough
Maybe if
quizzing
you
in
put
your
it
life.
back again at the end, it might
Yeah,
work.
we may do. Who knows?
Because I enjoyed that quiz that you had the other night on your channel. You know, when we were just having a random chat, and then you got your quiz book out, and we did the music quiz.
Was that on my channel?
Yes, it was on your
Was
channel.
Oh,
The night that you went up against Andrew.
I'll lose
Oh,
track.
you went up against Andrew. Oh, hello.
Not in that sense. I hope not, anyway.
Yeah.
Young brains do work quicker. I find that I have to think a longer time now to remember stuff.
What would you say your favourite album is of all time, Nick? Ever?
That's a difficult one.
Yeah, that's a hard one,
It's a very
Thomas.
difficult question, and it's changed over the years. But I think it would have to be "Songs of Faith and Devotion" by Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Thanks, Susan.
But she's got no faith or devotion, so
This is true. This is true.
If I can grab it and show you the cover, not that it'll mean anything to Susan. Can't even find it.
you know what's on the cover, Thomas.
What about you, Lainey? Have you got a favourite
you want-
album?
Not really. I mean, I like oh. See, I don't remember things very well. It's a Kind of Magic by Queen because it reminds us of my
Good
dad.
choice. Good
Yeah.
choice.
And then probably like an Elvis or Roy Orbison because of my mum, which is
Yeah.
weird because it's from them. And then I don't know if it was Queen's first album, but I think it was their first album.
Sorry, whose?
Hopes
Queen's.
and Fears. Hopes
Yeah.
and Fears was their first album.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
I
Yeah.
prefer the second one, I did.
Yeah, maybe it
Um,
was the second one. Then I don't know. I'd have to listen to it again because it was a while ago.
What about you, Thomas? What's your
I was
favourite
going
album?
to ask, yeah.
I couldn't.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Hang on, you asked this question and yet you haven't got a favourite album. Hold on here a minute. I see a
Sometimes you
plot.
just have to pick something. So if you had to,
Yeah.
if you gun to your head, what was the album you couldn't live without?
Yeah. Ooh.
What's his face?
What's
Oh,
his face?
What's his
Who's
face?
that?
what's Jean-Michel Jarre.
Oh,
Really? That's interesting.
interesting.
Oxygen.
That is an
I'd have to pick
interesting
that.
choice.
Mm.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh,
this
Kath
is
wants to
it.
know what was the first record you bought. She's asking because she wants to show off. Go on, Kath. Tell us.
Oh, it's
You
probably
know what?
something.
It was probably David Bowie, and they handed to her.
Oh, I love David Bowie.
I can't remember the first record I bought.
I know.
But it's a
The
bit
first
sad.
album I bought was Pet Shop Boys, actually.
I can remember the first CD I bought, but that was like a long time after I'd bought other stuff on vinyl. But I can't remember the first record I bought. It's just kind of like they're all mixed up in my head.
Went in the
Oh,
charity
do the
garage.
Batman. Oh,
Do the
Sarah, why would you admit to that?
That's
Do the
terrible.
Batman. Come on.
Oh, she bought Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That was
Yeah.
on the
See,
year
it's
I was born.
overplayed, though. It's overplayed.
That's the problem, isn't it? Great
Yeah.
stuff gets overplayed, and then you sort of like get a bit sick of it. I don't really have a favourite album because I'm not that into music like you guys are.
I suppose
But
I think a good-
I'll tell
good
you the
one-
album that I played the most when I was a teenager, and that was Dare by the Human League. Played that
Oh
to death.
my god, I had
Wore
that,
that
on
out.
the big gatefold version. I
I wore,
had.
yeah, I had that. Yeah, I had that. I wore that album out. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it.
I bought Frankie by Sister
Oh,
Sledge.
God, no.
Frankie.
Right, good song.
Do
Creepy
you
video.
remember me?
But I used to sing Dean because I liked Dean at school.
That don't quite scan so well, Dee.
I know.
Oh, Billy Joel.
It doesn't work, does it?
Gotta have a bit of Billy Joel.
It didn't work either at the time. And then when I was 12, 13, I bought Brother Beyond's The Harder I Try.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I know.
somebody had to buy it.
Yeah, somebody has to do it. It
I
was
still
you.
like
It
it.
was you and their mum.
Me and their mum.
Salt and Pepper Push It because I had to save up my babysitting money.
Yeah.
for Intelligent.
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Great track, yeah.
I love the video of it as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Sarah's was
those
Do the
leather
Bartman.
jackets.
I remember Do the
Mm.
Bartman. That was actually written or co-written by Michael Jackson.
That was like 91, wasn't it? 90,
Yeah, I think it was 91 or 90. It's definitely one
Something
of
like
those.
that around there, yeah.
Thomas will know.
Billy Joel's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thomas,
well,
what is it?
91, yeah.
Yes, I got a point. Ooh,
Yes, I was 1 year out.
Calm
With
down,
that.
Karen, calm
With
down.
the 12-inch of it.
You got
Oh,
the
cool.
12 inch.
Yeah.
So Lex's first song that she bought was "Fight for Your Right" by the Beastie Boys, and she wins apparently this whole conversation.
Mine was
That's
Bob
brilliant.
Marley, Waiting in Vain,
Ooh, see,
12
that-
inch.
That's kind of painfully cool as well. My first 7-inch single was the most uncool thing in the world, so I'm not going to mention.
I remember having back in the sort of mid-70s having a Donny Osmond cassette. Maybe that was my first ever purchase, but it would have been bought for me rather than me having going out and
Yeah,
buying it.
my mum always bought me records as well from
Donny
as
Osmond,
long as I
Puppy
can
Love.
remember.
Puppy Love by Donny Osmond. That's really old and.
I was always into Queen when I was younger. That was like the first band that I got into.
Queen's cool.
Yeah.
My dad used to love it, so I used to play it, and the kind of Magic album he had on vinyl. So it was always, and he always used to stand these imaginary guitars and drum sets and
Oh yeah, air
microphones.
guitar, air drums.
Yeah, the whole thing. He was the whole band, my
He
dad.
was the whole Queen band.
Yeah, he also had the Shadows on record as well. And
Yeah, I
he used
think
to
my dad did as well.
do this crossover dance with a imaginary guitar that they used to do.
With the legs thing where they would
Yeah.
do that weird, weird dancing.
What was that again, Nick? It was the what dance?
Forget it. Right, I'm going to have to love you and leave you because I've got washing up to do, and then we're up fairly early for Jumble Trail. So
Okie dokie.
I'm going to
Bye,
disappear.
Mr. Nick. We love
Take care,
you, Mr.
everybody.
Nick.
Night.
Bye.
Love you,
Bye.
sweet Thomas. See you later.
See ya.
See you later.
Oh, you know what? It's got nothing to do with loving Cliff, and I don't.
You do love Cliff.
I do not.
You really
like
do. Cliff
Nobody
came on the
likes
radio
Cliff.
today, and I instantly thought of you.
Thomas, do you like Cliff Richard? Say no.
Do you like Cliff Richard?
I can't even
He's
Oh,
speechless.
I'm saying, do you like Cliff Richard? Because they take the mickey out.
Yeah.
Say somebody does.
Somebody
You know what?
Seriously, I like.
I
Yeah.
don't mind Summer Holiday, right? Everybody likes Summer Holiday, kinda. And I think I had a dream. Probably shouldn't tell you this because you know what it's like.
Yeah.
But I had a dream that I got everyone to sing bits of Mistletoe and Wine. I kazooed the whole tune and recorded it, and then each of you bits of you singing it, what I'll put onto this thing. I got my brother to do it because he's more technical, and I put it out on my thing at Christmas.
You know this is never going to happen, don't you?
Well, no, but you know what I'm like when I have dreams. It's weird.
Oh.
I've got to say, it does annoy me how everyone puts Cliff Richard down.
Oh, that's me.
You know what I mean? No, I mean, about, all that.
He's
what
old.
went on.
He's like 115 years
I
old.
think it was just like, I just remember how he was trying to be Elvis, essentially. When he was young.
He was more like a
Yeah.
clean cut version of
like a more clean cut version. And I like Summer Holiday, I like the film Summer Holiday, and I do, I don't mind Mistletoe and Wine actually, and probably a couple of others. That Suddenly one, it sort of sticks in your head.
Yes.
Michelle
Funny enough,
says
Michelle's just said the same
the only
thing.
Cliff Richard song she knows is Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
And that
Apparently,
is his best track.
Sarah knows all the back catalogue.
Suddenly is his best track. That one with Olivia.
Of Cliff Richard?
The video is great.
What did you say, Thomas?
He's 150. He is 115 years old. He's a vampire.
My auntie was a fan of his, but my mum said it was just because she was a fan of Elvis and she couldn't like the same,
I think my mum at
everybody.
some point said she was a fan of Cliff Richard. She had like one of those cut-out things
Yeah.
in her bedroom, not like just the head thingy.
To be fair, there's worse things people than Cliff Richard. Like Marilyn Manson or Morrissey. No, he isn't. Lex. Do you like
He
Morrissey?
died 30
Thomas?
years ago. He's just a clone.
Do you like Morrissey?
I don't know, I've not really got an opinion on him, to be honest.
Like the Smiths and that. I just find it really dreary, their music. It's like, loads of people
It's a bit-
tend to like it.
It's like the kind of music that you'd want to cut your wrist to, let's just say.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not good.
It's a bit depressing.
Yeah, it is depressing, totally. You just
He's
like,
also a twat.
it's like he picks letters out of a Scrabble bag and just like puts them together and makes a song. It's like words
I mean-
shoved together.
It's good, but
No, it's not good.
It's not good.
No.
We're not going to agree with you, Thomas. Sorry.
I'd rather listen to it than the crap they come out with today.
Why? What was
No.
it?
I'd rather listen to the
So I'd
crap.
rather listen to it than the crap they just coming out on the charts today, you know.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. There are some good things that come out. There are
I'd
some
rather
good.
listen to
I mean, to be honest,
Dua
I thought-
Lipa. I'd rather listen to Dua Lipa than
Yeah.
Monty.
I like The Weeknd.
Mm.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
I like that.
Miley Cyrus. I'd rather listen to
Miley Cyrus. I did not used to like her, but she's grown on me.
Oh, I love her.
God,
Yeah.
no,
Great.
not for me.
I like her rough voice. She's got quite a rough, like
I
sandpaper
can't
voice.
stand rap.
Oh yeah, I'm not keen on rap.
I'm not a rap lover. My
Although
other
I did
half
like
is.
Eminem, and he's a
They
bit
need
of
to put a C in front of it, I tell you.
Again,
I like
it depends, though,
Eminem.
isn't it? I mean, you
depends.
can't say that about Eminem, can you? As Susan was just saying,
No,
Yeah,
Eminem's in a different league to me.
Yeah.
you know. And then you've
Yeah,
got
I
like
get
Ice
that.
Cube.
Nothing.
And,
I don't know.
I get Eminem. It was, if you're into rap, he was a good rapper, yeah. But I just don't like
he
rap.
still is. He still is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
considering his age, it sounds really bad. Like the older
He's,
than me.
he's also 115.
Oh no! Like says she likes the Smiths or loves the Smiths. You're wrong,
Yeah,
love.
will do.
You're wrong.
He should have been banished by now in the banish bin.
yeah.
Nobody's picked them.
What was that?
It's an
I
afterthought.
Smiths.
The
Picked
Smiths.
them.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
But,
Oh,
we
I
sent,
picked
we sent Rebecca to sleep. Good night,
Robbie
Rebecca.
Williams, didn't I?
Sleep well.
you love depressing music.
Yeah, the Smiths will do that to you. Just talking about him sends you to sleep.
Yeah. Nah, I prefer like upbeat stuff. Cheese. I like a lot of
I
cheese.
like
way too
upbeat
much
stuff.
cheese.
I like upbeat stuff. I also like some melancholy stuff, but not
Yeah.
not depressing, but melancholy. It's different.
But like I sit by the harbour till someone pushes me off. That one.
Yeah, Martha's Harbour. It's
Oh, yeah, that was
nothing in
garbage.
it.
Susan, that was rubbish.
I liked how you started saying that, and then you were like, you know.
Anyway, I think I'm going to have to go as well because I'm really like dropping asleep now, and
I know.
I got work to do tomorrow. I've got loads of stuff to pack and stuff like
I
that.
wouldn't think I'd washed his hair this morning, would you?
Thomas, are you a reseller?
Yeah,
Isn't-
he
isn't
sounds
that
like he's
listening?
wrapping a body, so that might be yes.
I don't know if Thomas is a reseller or he just came for the quizzes or something. I don't know. I
I don't think he is.
have to
But
ask him.
Thomas,
No, I don't go to
Yeah.
car boots. I don't go to car boots.
Susan said that you're a reseller, but I don't
No.
think you're. No.
No.
No, I'm not.
No.
So you just found Nick because of his quizzes?
No, I just I can't remember. I think I just searched for people looking around like car boot sales, and
Oh,
just got into the channel and just like watching it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
And then you
love
found
that.
Lainey and went, I'm going to smash those people in the side chat with my knowledge.
Yeah. Knowledge of years.
You mean just you then, Sharon?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, Morrissey is a twint or a twonk.
I think we will end this anyway because it's 1:20 and I'm
Yes, it
absolutely
is.
sweating, but it's still
It's boiling in it. Yeah, my hair is sweating.
ridiculous.
Everything's sweating.
I mean, considering this was washed this morning, it's an absolute waste of time. But anyway, I'm meeting my sister tomorrow. So it'll just be dry shampoo job, I think.
Yeah, it's probably not worth doing much else because it's just going to end up
Apparently,
the
it's going
same
to be
way.
even hot. It's going to be even hot tomorrow.
Yeah, someone said that.
It's going to cool down a bit Monday, so just got to get through tomorrow now. But if you go out like down the beach or something, it'll be fresher down there.
I'm not planning on going down the beach like.
I think it'll be fresher outside than in your room anyway, with all your electric.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I went down the river today. I recorded a bit and then did sneaky recording in the glass centre, and then for like a noon when I was like coming out.
Did you do covert filming?
Well, it was more like
COVID? You mean covert?
Covert.
Anyway, we'll sign this off.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Good night, people in
everyone.
the chat.
For anyone who's there, we'll see you in.
Yeah, don't sweat too much. Don't forget to starfish.
Yeah, and I hope it wasn't too painful for you for your first time live, Thomas.
No, it's great. I've been wanting to do it for ages.
It's been good to hear you.
Honestly, it does give you a boost, I think, and like it gives you confidence.
Definitely, yeah. Next time when you're on, I'll come on again. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely you should.
We'll have to do a quiz soon or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not doing a quiz with Thomas. No, we're not.
No,
Because Thomas wears 5 pairs of oven gloves.
I like
Hair on
winning
his feet.
quizzes. I like winning quizzes, and I don't do quizzes with
We'll
Thomas.
do individual questions.
Oh, okay.
I'm still not going to help.
So we need to beat you to the answer. You'll still win by 65,000, but still.
Yeah, 65 million points to Thomas.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Just stay on
Sleep
a
well,
minute.
people.